Welcome back.
Welcome back. I thought you were taking over. Right, Keith, I want to give you this. Mike, I'm going to go get this watch. I'm sure Keith would have a bit of a watch display.
Yours kicks butt with mine. What will we next? We're going to try this new tyre game just so we can go.
Yeah, I'm still working on it as we speak. So Simo's gone, so Chew Dog, if you want to team up with Keith for this game.
I'd rather just leave it us three.
So Jones and Darrell as one team, Keith and Chew Dog as another team. Basically, I'm going to go through a list of clubs that one player has played for. And then you're going to give me a guess per team. See if you get the player right. Something like that. Bear with me. So the first player who has played for the Castleford Tigers, Wigan, Hull FC, Bradford, Salford and Dewsbury. Which player has played for all of those clubs?
Read them out again.
Castleford Tigers, Wigan, Hull FC, Bradford, Salford and Dewsbury.
In that order?
Maybe.
Just say it.
Lee Gilmore.
I don't think he played at Dewsbury.
I'd have probably said St Helens in that, wouldn't I?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Go on, Jonesy, Darrell, who's your guess? Who's played for all those clubs?
I'm not sure.
Started thinking Danny Hall, but I don't think he played for all of them, so I've not a clue, mate.
The answer is Wayne Godwin.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, but he only
Proper journeyman.
There you go. You can help. Right, next player. He has played for Bradford, London, Lee, Wakefield, Crusaders, Leeds.
Richie Moore.
Yeah, it has to be.
And back at Wakefield it is Richie Moore. One apiece. Next one. Who has played for Wigan, Bradford, Saints, Huddersfield and Castleford?
Gilmore.
You going for the same?
Yeah. Gilmore.
Two apiece.
Hold on, did
Two, one here.
We've only had three questions and it's two apiece.
What's going on? It's all for fun, it doesn't matter about the score. Right. Who has played for Balmain Tigers, West Tigers, Sydney Roosters, Parramatta, Manly, and a current Super League club which I won't name yet?
Steve Menzies.
Nah.
Player for Super League.
He's played at Manman in Carthands. Awful answer. Plays at Manman for 10, 12 years, whatever.
Josie,
We're going for Phil Bailey.
I'll give you a clue. He's now at Leeds.
Oh, Kylie Lilloy.
It is Kylie Lulaway. Keep shaking it.
Has he played at that many clubs?
Very briefly, I think he went for a club a year at one stage, and then he's been at Leeds for the last 8 years or so.
Super.
There we go. Right, last one. Who has played for Leeds, Sydney Roosters, Bradford, Warrington and Salford?
Marley.
Yes, easy one. Well done. The winner is...
Rugby, there's only one winner and that's Rugby League.
Everyone's a winner, baby. Ain't that the truth? Right, Keith, what's next in the Simo's left us?
He's just jumped on it. We've got his week in tweets. So let's see what our good old man's done. Oh, is it you that's been doing the work on the week in tweets now?
I've been doing all the work. Tudog does nothing now.
He sits there smoking his fake cigarette. That's what Tudog does.
So the week in tweets this week. First one from @JordanTansy1. He said, outstanding win by the boys today. Bring on next week. We discussed the great start by Castleford.
We've got rid of Simo.
And we're still talking about Golden Tansy. Oh, dear. I'm Godwin, by the way. Wagger.
Right, we'll move on to the next one then. Have a guess who the next week's from.
Better not be Chef.
Alex Holmes. Right, we'll skip that one.
We've got a Rugby AM Twitter, haven't we? So do we only just follow these certain people that Simo likes? Does he delete everybody else off it?
He only follows 5 people, Chev Walker, Sam Burgess. Right then, this one's from Reece Ambery. Another tough win. Fans were great. Still don't know which way Johnson stepped me. Left for dead. Have you boys ever been beat by a embarrassed by a bit of brilliance on the pitch like that we spoke about earlier, Greg Johnson's step on Reece Ambury.
But you, Griff?
Yeah, I've been caught out more often than others probably. But no, Rob Burrow's got me a couple of times. He's very similar to Greg, I guess, low centre of gravity, and I used to hate, big blokes all day, no problem. Small blokes, Greg Johnson and Rob Burrows, them types, they're just too quick for me.
Kyle Ishman were good when he played, really rapid, tough guy to get hold of. Jared Sonnett was the last person to get me like that at Bradford, actually, a big step last year. Completely bamboozled me. I don't suppose there'd be too many got round you, Keith, in your day, would there?
Yeah, there's been quite a few, yeah. Jesse Robinson was the worst for me. We spoke about this briefly, didn't we, at Stanley at the weekend, and he's the same old as Rob Burrow, the fast, small, horrible wit guys. I just hate them, and I was just thankful. I've beaten Rob up a few times in training just because he's done it in training, and I'm just thankful that he never played against me. So it's the horrible, fast little wick ones that do the damage.
If you're talking about sidesteps, what about David Fayum, who's on that dropout from the other day? He's got me a few times in training, but that step, even when you know it's coming, you'll call it left foot.
Big left foot step,
and it's coming, and you know it's coming.
They scored the try off that, didn't they, for fast play?
It's like a
Stevie Ward, we were on Stevie Ward, wasn't it?
It's like a broken, like Griff said, you run down there, left foot.
And he's shouting.
He never does it off his left foot.
I know he can't do it off his right, can he? It's all the left foot.
Even though you know what he's going to do, you've still got to deal with it. And it's horrible, it just disappears and turns up a yard just inside here. Falls on his front, quick play the ball, try, wounded. But yeah, we've all got our little hidden abilities, like X-Men, everybody's got an hidden talent, and Fayum is a pretty special one. Tyre.
Last one, we'll skip the others, because we don't like to talk about them all the
Because we know
time.
who they all are.
Next one is from Tom
I think we
Wyman.
need to get you back.
It's from Simo's tweeting it a lot.
At Tom Wyman, thanks for all the kind messages, very touching, fans, players and staff being wonderful, devastated to say, broken my leg, tough times. So obviously hope he gets well soon. So what happens when you get like a bad injury like that?
You cry.
Cry yourself to sleep, mate.
Do you see much of the squad? Do you still go into training and sit on the sides, or do you just do your own rehab?
Well, Griff's injured at the minute. I've had 5 months of it. Why don't you tell us what you've done this week in terms of being separated from the team in rehab?
Yeah, I spend most of my time at the moment on a complex machine, and
So explain what compact is.
it's a bit like, I suppose, what the women used, for the contractions. They place, what's it called?
TENS machine.
TENS machine, a bit similar to that. It puts a pulse, so it keeps, rather than your muscles wasting away. While I've come out of the brace today, so rather than them wasting away, they just send a pulse, and so it makes sure my quad kept pulsing and tensing, so there's much of active work. But I've actually been in training pretty hard. I'm doing conditioning most days. Weights and a rehab program, but it's actually my first time in rehab, my first proper injury. So thankfully, mine's nothing as serious as poor Tom's, but and I wish him well a speedy recovery. But hopefully, I'll be back playing within sort of 6 weeks.
Your first ever proper injury, is that right?
First proper injury. Yeah, I had my shoulder done once in the off season. That was when I was at Leeds in between. After the grand final, but that was only a few weeks out. I had a double hernia, but I was back playing within 3 or 4 weeks. But this is the longest I would have been out in 11 years.
Unreal. Simo's back with his clock on a wrist strap.
This is not a clock.
What do you reckon, Keith?
That's very nice, is that? Ooh. I'm getting a bit excited here, I'm getting a bit giddy, I like my watches.
Look at the back.
It's fancy that, isn't it? See, this isn't ideal for radio, this is it?
It's not ideal. I'm seeing a picture of Keith with his clock. Look at the back of the watch though.
I know you can see all the mechanism, it's a nice one, isn't it?
Is that a real one?
I couldn't honestly tell you.
I don't know, but I think it's
You
alright.
can't get some...
It's like an antique roadshow, isn't it?
It says it's brand new.
brand new.
It's only 50 metres
Yeah,
water resistant.
Pick it, give it to
Yeah, mine's
Griff.
3000, which I'm going to do all the time.
It's got a military look to it, hasn't it? It looks suit Griff like.
Yeah.
Kirk, I was thinking Ian Kirk.
Yeah, in
I like
Kirk, yeah.
stuff like this.
Has it got a calculator on it?
Yeah, like one of them old Casios in the 1980s. Come back for a bit then.
They have, haven't they? You've
What
got
Casio now?
Casio now.
What Casio at £8?
You paid £8 for that.
£8 on Amazon. Do you know why? Because I lose everything all the time. You know how much I lose?
Oh, you're shocking.
So I lose probably a watch every a month. So why I'm not going to pay a lot of money. I just need to know what time I need to be everywhere.
That's the thing about you, Jonesy. You can remember these quotes, you can remember the Bible, you can remember quotes from everything, but you can't remember your hoodie at training, things like that.
Because it's the important things in life that I remember, mate. I'm the polarisation of society.
Say what you said on Saturday, because I had that Saturday night I had the dinner, and a couple of them teachers were at the dinner. When you said, who am I, what am I, what am I? Put you on spot now.
If I am I because I am I, and you are you because you are you, then I am I and you are you. But if I am I because you are you, or you are you because I am I, then I'm not I and you're not you. And basically, to wrap that up, just means if you're not 100% yourself, or anybody in life influences the way that you behave, then you're not ever going to truly be yourself. So be yourself. You've got to not worry about your ego and just be who you are, best that you can be. And if other people don't like it, then that's tough on them. That's their problem.
And he misses a massage appointment the next day because that's the type of bloke you are, aren't you, Jonesy? You've got that much going off in your head that you can't remember the simplest of things.
It's a big head, it's like Mega Mind. It's like me and Ken Shinfield are real close. He's like Metro Man, I'm Mega Mind. Mega Mind. Simo, what are you doing?
He's looking at, you've opened up your watch.
He's realised that you don't get instruction booklets for fake watches.
I think, I don't know, I just can't let someone give me a watch that's all that money.
You need to mind somebody.
And give me a watch that's worth all that money when I don't wear watches. But I'm really, really flattered that they thought me. I thought I'd done such a good job that they gave me a present.
Did you turn up late by any chance?
No.
We need to explain here. Simo's just been to Dubai, DJing, doing a little bit of work, living the dream, and he did such a great job that somebody gave him a Hubert watch, and he put the picture on Facebook. All of a sudden he started getting all these comments. I looked at it and thinking it's got to be fake because the watch is worth up to £18,000. So he's done very well out of his little trip to Dubai.
I'm going to sell it, I think, because I don't ever wear watches, and I just, even if it's a fake, it must be a really good one. If it's a fake, I'll sell it for some good money.
Well, that's what I thought, because I do know Dubai, they do really good fakes that still sell for a lot of money. So I thought that straight away. But if it's not, then you quid's in, aren't you, lad?
You want to make me an offer, Keith?
I'd happily make you an offer if it's real.
I'll give it to you now. But policy, right? £3,000.
Dickinson's deal.
So I'd have to. Could I? If it's so, it is fake.
I don't know.
No, but you're saying bought as saying, so I could give you £3,000 for that, and you'd let me take it.
Yeah.
I'd buy if that's real. I'd buy that of you for £3,000.
No.
Because
Right
he's
now,
thinking,
£3,000.
he's thinking, I'm going to sell it again and make a profit.
Look, you've seen it. You've seen what it's like, right? It's a present. I don't know if it's real or fake. What I'm saying is, you can buy a scene now for £3,000, or I can get it checked out. If it is real, you can have it for 10.
It'd still be worth buying it for 10 though, wouldn't it?
You can have it for 20. The £3,000 gamble. Are you in for a gamble, Keith? That's all I want to know.
I'm awful at gambling. See, that's the thing. I do know the good fakes come out of Dubai. If you said you'd have got it from South Africa somewhere like that, then it'd probably been real. But
There you go, Keith. Man loves the gamble.
see, you do, I don't.
Griff, what are you reckoning?
Oh, it's a pretty special watch, but I have no idea about watches. Not something I'm really into, but it does look pretty flash. And I think for the right buyer, mate, if it looks real to me, I'd be easily convinced that was real.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced because I'm a lad from Winmore, you know what I mean?
That's why I'm not going to.
Me and that kid. Right, what are we moving on to now?
Game reviews.
Reviews.
Previews as well.
Wigan, Hull KR.
62-4. 62-4.
Oh, we're doing scores.
I'm just saying.
62-4 is a big score.
That is a massive
That is a
score.
massive score.
Throw that in the mix.
What did you eat when you were in the kitchen then?
Some curry. Francois just bought some curry.
Bloke topping it off.
Yeah, no, he said, do you want to try a bit of this? I went, oh yeah, I'll do that.
Who's Francois?
My housemate, Frenchman.
How long have you been coming to Shed Jonesy?
I've
You've
never
never
been,
met
I've
Francois?
I've only been in the kitchen to eat fish and chips, that's it, last week.
Did you play FIFA, Jonesy?
My kids have got, I've got it at home. I can't say I play it. I'm not good at it.
Jonesy's not got time to play FIFA.
Alright, because we've got. Do you play FIFA, Griff?
No, I'm not in FIFA. Call of Duty, man.
Yeah,
I can imagine you. Can I do that? Get dressed in army kit, playing Call of Duty.
Get down!
Get to the chopper now!
Go in, through now!
Oh, I just want to see when his clip's empty.
Hello.
Guess the score, Jonesy. Come on. Wigan v Hull KR.
I don't like guessing scores.
No,
Just say a winner then.
Well, I'm gonna go Wigan by what, 8?
Wigan 8, Griff.
Yeah, I'll take Wigan. I think they'll be smart enough last week, so I'll take Wigan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more like Wigan 20. I won't say 60 points like you, Simo, but
I'm just saying that I'm going to go put a bet on at the shop for £1, and we'll say 62-4. Right, we get good odds for that one.
yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You better buy your own watch.
Leeds v Witness, Jonesy, you're not in this.
I think Widnes are playing very, very well, but I think Leeds will have too much for them at the weekend. At Leeds as well, they're always tough to beat. So I think, I can't see anything else back from Leeds in that one.
Yeah, I think Leeds. I think definitely needs to get the ball out wide. Against Huddersfield, I thought it lacked getting the ball out to Callum and the centres and Joe Moon, who showed at the end of the game that he's got some evasion skills. So I'd say probably Leeds by about 16.
I want to ask you, Keith, do you think Joe Moon is finally the man who's filled your shirt?
Nobody's filled my shirt. No, it is good that they've signed, rather than putting back rows in the centre. Carl Ablett obviously is a quality player, but he's not a centre. So it's good that Joe Moon, Carl Ablett is better than both me and Jonesy compared to Tyre. So he's one quality player, but it's good that they've spent some money on a centre, and he should keep that shirt warm for a good few years.
I reckon Leeds are going to beat Widnes 2-1 from Headingley. So I'm going for a Leeds win, big win, 38 points to 40.
Big score, Salford, Warrington. Jonesy?
Well, it's a big match up for Salford. Don't get any easier, does it? I'm going to have to go for Warrington. Was it at Warrington, is it?
Salford, is it?
Oh, we're at Salford. I'm going to go close one, no. Warrington by 10.
Warrington 10. Griff, we'll leave you out of this one, because obviously we'll go for Salford. I'm going with Jonesy as well, but I'll probably go Warrington by 8.
I'm saying Warrington by 4. I think Salford will do alright this week.
Good stuff. St Helens v Catalans. Simo?
I've gone for like 70 points to 4. 42-4 to St. They're going to absolutely put them.
Mustard?
Interesting one. Just worried about the coach. Said he was real embarrassed, to quote, paraphrase what he said. And he was apologising to the club. I reckon they're going to come out with the performance of the season this week, Catalan. Big prize if they can turn over probably the form team of the league at the minute. But I think obviously Saints are probably going to be a bit too strong, but I'm just going to go Saints by just 12.
Oh, we've got a nice tweet from Sheffield Eagles. Get him down to training. I'm sure men's are all happily obliged.
What night do you train, Keith?
What was that, sorry?
What night do you train?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
I'll be down for all 3 sessions. I'm not messing about now. I want to get fit, do a bit of jogging and that. Just tune up, get some carbs in, carb load night before. I'm going to put him on his ass.
You need to keep the size on, Simo. You don't need to be losing any weight.
Keep that puffer jacket on as well, I suppose.
Jason Golden plays up at York. I've just been speaking. We had a friendly against him and he's been out injured. Dislocated his shoulder, Menzie. Dislocated his shoulder when he tackled him, absolutely smashed him. So he knows firsthand how hard he is.
Bring Jason Golden on. Go throw him after being thrown right again. 2 of them, 1 after over. Anyone else want to run? Please queue up.
London, Wakefield, Trinity.
Wakefield by 20.
Big scores.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult one for London, but it's London at home and they seem to be doing alright there. I think in the second half, crack, they might be right, but I think Wakefield will be a bit too strong for them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Wakefield by 30 for this one. Going to go big.
Yeah, I don't know what I've gone for, Tudor, I'm not sure. I've gone for
You've gone for
Wakey.
a close one actually, 24-16 you've put.
to Wakey.
Bulls v Huddersfield, your big game.
I think I've gone for Bulls to lose, to be honest.
You've banged the Huddersfield drum once again, 30-20.
30-20, but I think I might be the deciding factor. If my voice is alright, I think we might win.
Yeah, I'm going to go big score for Huddersfield. I think it's going to be about 34 points.
I'll take Huddersfield on that. I think they've got too much going on at the moment.
Do you think I'll get in trouble if I rugby tackle the mascot, the giant?
It's called Big G. I played rugby with him when I played amateur at Milnes Bridge. It's called Nine Berries.
Would I get in trouble? Would I get in trouble if I rugby tackle him? It's part of like the fans' experience. Just put a shot on him.
I think you could get away with that. There's no rules in that, is there, Jones?
Unless his head falls off and you expose him. And then we're in trouble.
No one will be good in front of the kids.
All kids will be screaming.
I don't think you dare do it though. I don't think you
There's some kids that think it's real.
Who thinks that I won't dare do that? 'Cause I know I'll dare do
I know you'll dare do it. I'm telling you
it. I
not to
drink
do
a
it.
pint of poo. It's not what I do. If I drink a pint of poo.
Cass v Hull FC. It's moving on very fast. Jones Cass at home at Castleford at the Jungle. Or has
Yeah,
it
it's
changed
tough,
now?
mate. It's tough to look past Casford at the minute, playing really well.
Miscommunications.
And but all I see, I
Miscommunications,
think they've had a decent win, and this week, and I think they're gonna it'll be a good game. I don't know. I don't want to call it draw.
Draw. Like it.
No, I'm going with Cass. I think Cass playing too well at the moment. We've got a lot going on, and like Jones, you mentioned it before, they're at home, so it's a tough place to go. I think, and like I said, I think they're playing too well at the moment, so I think Cass.
No, I think I'll be controversial. I think I'll go FC for this game.
Hello, Menzi Yeri. Hiya. I'm gonna smash it, yeah.
Boom, boom. There's the game reviews. So that's what we're finishing off. Any talking points, Jonesy?
You mentioned. I think we were talking in the break about Sean Long. We're going to get a job at Salford. The news, I believe. What have we heard? Simo, you've spoke to him quite a bit this week, haven't you?
Yeah, well, obviously, when I were in Dubai, the news story in the papers about him having some difficulties, and I've always stayed in touch with him since he's been on the show. I've got a lot in common with him. We like a dance, and I just phoned him. I said, "Hey, how are you doing, lad?" And he was like, "You know what?" He said he's in a really good place. I was supposed to go over and meet him on Saturday, but I've been in wars with his bloody voice, trying to get it right. So I didn't go Saturday. He did send me a picture though of him and about 10 different girls out. So him and 10 girls, which were class. I was like, "You're a legend." And he says, "I need help with these girls, but I'm going over to sort." He's got a club in Wigan, so I'm going to go over and help him sort his club out for Bank Holiday Sunday. So yeah, I'm doing that. But he said he's got a gig at Salford coming, because I says, "Oh, what happened at London?" It was a bit of a weird one. He obviously had a few difficulties. So then he said, "Oh, I'm going to go just have a bit of time off." I says, "Yeah, no worries." Took some time off, came back. Said, "Oh, we just want you to do a couple of days a week." And he said it's not really right for him because he had a lot of travelling involved with it. So, a couple of days a week wasn't right. So that's why he left London. But nothing more to it than that.
Are you happy about getting Sean Long back at Salford, Griff?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, he was there last year. The pleasure of working with him for a brief spell. He's done it all in the game. I think they brought him in for his attack. Fix a couple of things out in our attack, and he'll do that. It'd be great for the half, especially young Theo, who did a bit of work with Theo last year and really brought Theo on. So, it's our attack that we want to get fixed up. So, yeah, put us in the right direction now. I think it's a real smart move by the club.
Well, your brother's Austin has just messaged me and saying, "Why have you got the same voice as my brother?" So he said.
What he said that's about me? You sound like me?
He said that, yeah.
Is he kidding?
You
sound like
Same
him.
voice as you.
We've got to say good luck to Austin on Friday in his fight. Good luck with Kerry House as well, mate. I know it's all going to go well for you.
It'd be like taking orders on phone, nobody will understand what he's saying. Friday
night, 7 PM at Jones-Buchanan.
I bet you I can get there in 10 minutes. Pay 100 quid, it can't be
Dewsbury Social Club or Dewsbury Road Social Club, 7 PM the boxing starts. Loads of good young fighters on there in Jones-Buchanan. The kid he's fighting is a tough kid. He fought JV Chapman, who's a very tough kid. So it's not going to be an easy fight for him. You've done a bit of boxing, Keith. Any advice for your Austin for this fight?
Yeah, he just needs to stay relaxed. That's what gets you. You just get so tense and so nervous going into the fight. So keep nice and relaxed and just keep jabbing away.
Right, well, I've done his ring entrance music.
5 minutes long.
But what I'm going to do is I'm thinking he wants me to do these tunes, but I'm going to start and finish it with some Bhangra. Just for Austin, bit of Bhangra, because I know he likes that.
What's Bhangra?
It's the music or the culture of India, just for Austin.
Going out on the carpet and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all about
Big curly shoes.
yeah, killing shoes and boxing. This chair's killing me as well. Boys, it's been a tough shot tonight, but thank you for coming. Griff, you're a legend, absolute legend. I'm sure I'll see you down at the Cliff.
The Butchers, no, I appreciate you having me in. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And I thought you'd have been a bit more open. I thought we'd have had some controversial stories from you.
If you'd have given me a few more questions, I might have been. So
Got some fans questions.
Well, we've got some fans. Let's get some. The beauty of this station is, Griff, we finish when we want, because it's ours. So let's have some. Tudor, hit him hard with the hardest hitting questions.
A select few. This one's from @JohnRed99 on Twitter. It says, when will you be back playing for Salford?
That is a very controversial question.
Absolutely.
Go.
Can we answer that?
Ideally, now the specialists reckon 8 to 10, but we're 2 weeks in already, so we're pretty ahead of schedule. We've had the brace off today, so we're looking probably another 5-6 weeks.
Good news, good news. From long-time supporter Emma Broadhead, who is your best friend in rugby league?
Oh, friend.
Best friend. I spent when I was at Wakefield. With them years, they were probably the best years I've ever had. In terms of that. And two of the blokes who I'm still really close with now were Michael Koukidis and Jason Dimitri. Unfortunately, they moved home back to Australia, but great memories. Friends now for 11, 12 years, and
He was one of the most underrated players, JD, wasn't he?
Oh, he was cracking,
Really
cracking
good
leader. Great team man, great family man, a great professional. Probably had chances to go and play at some bigger clubs, but love what he did at Wakefield. But no, they're probably my sort of best mates within the game.
This one's from Love IRL on Twitter. It says, as you are a southerner from an area which isn't particularly known as a hotbed of rugby league, how do you think rugby league will evolve down south?
I think if they pursue, keep on with it. I think it's pretty tough with if London drop out, it's gonna struggle. I think they need London down there for it to flourish. But it's a massive rugby union area. It's a hotbed. It needs to keep London in there for them to do well.
And finally, from another long-term fan, Gay RL fans, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Okay.
You said that. And that. My mum was a truck driver. Spent a lot of time with him. I used to enjoy driving the trucks. Anything to do with machinery, I used to love. Motorbikes. So if it wasn't rugby, I'd be on a motorbike or driving a truck or anything like that. So professional in truck driver or motorbikes, anything like that would have been awesome. If not rugby.
Great answer.
No more controversial ones.
Unfortunately not, no, they were all very PC and
Jones he's wiping the sweat from his brow.
I'm happy. Some sensible ones there. Any more? I'm enjoying them.
Yeah.
Well, there's one from Luke Bailey which says, what is the most painful hit you have ever taken?
I think we probably discussed that one with.
Do you listen to the show? Is that there?
Yeah, when it's switched on.
Big Sam. My Big Sam there just got me out probably. But to be fair, I bounced up pretty quick because he was laughing in my ear, so I wanted to get up and show it wasn't hurt, but he did crush me pretty good.
We've got to apologise. A few people have had some problems with the app, and we're going to get it fixed in the morning because it's been working absolutely like a dream recently. So I don't know what's going on. It's like my voice. It's on ropes.
It's not the app, it's you.
It's not nice. Oh yeah, they probably do. There's no wrong with app. This is my voice. That's it.
Symbiotic, mate. It's a relationship between you and the app. It's technology. You have become the app. It's like the Matrix. You're not working properly and the app's not working properly.
Do you believe in all that?
No.
Are you a man of God, Griff?
I'd like to think something's out there anytime.
What do you reckon happens to you when you die?
I'm not sure. I'd like to think you go to a better place. I just think so. It's there, but I'm not really too deep into it. I think me and Jonesy had a few discussions about this when I played alongside. I used to ask Jonesy a few questions and get his take on a few things. But I wouldn't say I was a believer, but I'd like to think there was something there.
That's encouraging for me. That I've tried to teach Keith. He's hanging there, playing a bit more. Griffith's testified I've had a go with him, and I'll keep going. I'll keep planting seeds.
The way I see it, right, is that we're all made up of the same material. We're all matter. When you die, that matter can't go anywhere. It's just a part of the world. So in essence, you cannot go anywhere. You are still here in some respects, because you can't actually, it doesn't go to nothing, it just transfers into something else.
I've never been a big prayer or anything like that, but you know, 2 times I really spoke, you know, just really wish people to do well. Was my old man was in hospital recently. He ended up in intensive care and it was quite serious for a bit, so I was quite upset, obviously, as you would be. So that was at a time, like, I remember sort of saying a few things to myself at night regarding my old man, and then once we were away a couple of years ago on a family holiday, my little girl was really close to losing her eye. She, we were sorting out a family photograph session and she fell over and we heard this awful bang and she split herself literally on her eyelid from one end to the other, and she was literally millimetres off losing her eye. She was all dazed and we had to take her to a hospital in Egypt. That was another time I really never said something praying that, you know, she wouldn't lose her sight in her eye, because at one point it was really close to the eyeball, and I was thanking God that she didn't. So that's really the only 2 times that I really, you know, wish there was something there.
I think that's a great example, like with extremes in life. I think that's where, when you realise you're helpless and you need something higher than what you are, then that's where it really kicks in. Unfortunately, human beings have got such an ego that for 99% of their life they think, oh, I can deal with this, I'm sweet, I'm happy days, but that's what I believe. I don't believe I can deal with anything, and the more I see of human beings, the more hopeless I realise we are, and the more faith I get, pal, the more it grows.
What do you reckon to Russia being like a fan of Dolph Lundgren and that? He's mad, isn't it?
I don't know.
What's happened in Russia?
He's gone, Putin's invaded Ukraine. Just
All kicking off out there at the moment.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, big
Cold
time.
War's good, mate. These jackets will be out camo, we'll be fighting soon, it's strange to the Russians. So I need to be putting shots on them, what, outside house? Come on, you Russians, get your sin down. I'll put one on you. But yeah, it's, what are you going to do after rugby?
I'd like to go into the fire service, you know, something like that.
Slamming birds.
No, that would be ideal for me. Before I went into rugby when I was 16, well, from sort of age 14 to 16, I was in what they called the fire cadets. I swear to God. But it was the route I decided to take quite early. You know, it was something I wanted to do. Plus, there was a couple of decent birds that went as well. So there was, you know, the reason as well. But but no, something like that. But it's a tough process to get into at the moment, and unfortunately, my car caught fire on my driveway last year, and obviously speaking to the firemen there, and they were saying they're not recruiting in West Yorkshire for the next 5 years. It's going to be a tough process, but that was something I really like to get into. I've done what most rugby players have done and got the personal training qualification and that route, and I've just spoken to Paul Heighton. They're sorting out a few things, a few courses for the boys over there, and possible opportunities like that. So there's a few things that I'm looking at, but ideally fire service.
What are you doing after rugby, Jonesy?
Well, it's just about adding strings to the ball, like Bruce says, and hopefully do a little bit with, I hope to stay on at Headingley. I've spoken to Gary Everett a few times, and I think there might be some work there in some fashion, whether that be in the foundation or junior development. I'm not too sure either.
I think that's what Jones is going to do. I think I need Jonesy to play as long as possible, because as soon as he retires, he's taking my job, so I won't be in use anymore then. So Jonesy, I'm sure you've got another 10 years in you.
I'll try my best, mate.
To finish the show tonight, I've had a tweet from our favourite tweeter, Darrell Griffin, saying he'd love to see your fireman toes.
Fireman toes?
Fireman toes. Yeah. Classic.
Let me keys.
On that one. We'll see you later on. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry about my voice. We'll fix for next week. Any problems with the app, we'll get it sorted.
You're listening to All Star.